Health Services has awarded $10 million to 3 organizations for construction of spaces designed to provide treatment and recovery support services for women. News 10 Samantha Cavalli has more on the impact this will have for one recovery center in our area.
This project specifically is going to really be our understanding the first space in the northeastern Wisconsin area that is going to provide safe and stable housing for pregnant women and mothers as they are completing or continuing treatment for opioid use disorder.
The Wisconsin Department of Health Services awarded the Lighthouse Recovery Community Center in Manitowoc $180,000. The funds will be used for construction of spaces designed to provide treatment and recovery support services for women.
In the case of the Lighthouse Recovery Community Center, they were one of the top 3 scorers, and it was a very strong application, and we're really excited to be able to be funding them.
With these funds, the community center will be able to house up to 7 women at one time when renovations are completed on its existing building in Manitowoc in 2024. The National Prescription Opiate Litigation Settlement Funds were awarded in 2022 after the state settled with pharmaceutical companies following legal claims that their actions fueled an epidemic of opioid use disorder, overdoses, and deaths. DHS is expected to receive $130 million over 18 years. The first payments from the settlement funds were received in the last 5 months of 2022, totaling nearly $31 million. Krupski said a specialized level of care and treatment is needed for this population.
Obviously, if we can get them into treatment, we're lowering the risk of an overdose possibility while they are pregnant or after they have given birth. We're ensuring that there are fewer drug interactions with other drugs that they may be taking because of the pregnancy or post-childbirth.
Samantha Cavalli, Action 2 News, Manitowoc.